The Russian Defense Ministry said in a statement on Sunday that Azerbaijan has withdrawn its army units from Parukh village area of Nagorno-Karabakh, which Azerbaijan invaded Thursday, violating the line of contact. This came after talks held between Russian peacekeepers and Azerbaijan troops for several days. The Ministry of Defense of Azerbaijan in turn has accused the Ministry of Defense of Russia of lying. When the Russian Ministry of Defense had announced the withdrawal of Azerbaijani forces from the Parukh village area of Artsakh, Baku said that its forces had not withdrawn from the area. The Armenian Foreign Ministry on Monday shared a map noting that the incursion of Azerbaijani units into Nagorno-Karabakh in the area of responsibility of the Russian peacekeeping contingent is ongoing. The Artsakh Info Center noted that Azerbaijani troops continue to remain in fortified positions of strategically important height of Karagluh, which experts believe to be Azerbaijani goal. Even earlier, the Russian Defense Ministry also accused Azerbaijani troops of using Turkish-made unmanned aerial vehicles to strike Nagorno-Karabakh troops, while the Foreign Ministry in Moscow expressed extreme concern over the ongoing tension in the region. The international community continues to accuse the situation created in Artsakh. OSCE Minsk Group co-chair countries Russia, United States and France have delivered a clear assessment of the last escalation of the situation in Nagorno-Karabakh. They acknowledge that it's a consequence of the movement of Azerbaijani troops. Greece also expresses its concern over the latest armed incidents and advance of military units in Nagorno-Karabakh. They call for these acts to cease immediately, units to withdraw to their starting positions and respect the ceasefire agreement on November 9, 2020. Meanwhile, European Parliament member Lucas Furlas noted that Azerbaijanis continue undisturbed to liquidate Armenians. Russia's Kremlin in turn noted that in Nagorno-Karabakh it is now important to ensure that all parties continue to fulfill the terms of the agreements reached, and that amid growing tensions in the region, the possibility of sending an additional contingent of peacekeepers should be addressed to the Russian Defense Ministry. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy used a video interview with independent Russian media outlets to signal his willingness to discuss having Ukraine adopt a neutral status and also make compromises about status of the eastern Donbas region in order to secure a peace agreement with Russia. But he said he was not willing to discuss Ukrainian demilitarization and that Ukrainians would need to vote in a referendum to approve their country adopting a neutral status. The Kremlin has said peace talks between Russia and Ukraine may get underway in Turkey on Tuesday, adding that it's important the discussions are held face-to-face despite scant progress in negotiations so far. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, however, has ruled out any direct meetings between Vladimir Putin and Zelenskyy, saying it would be counterproductive at this point. Meanwhile, the southern Ukrainian city of Mariupol is on the verge of a humanitarian catastrophe and must be evacuated, its mayor has warned. Vadim Boychenko said about 160,000 civilians were trapped in the city without power. However, Ukraine has no plans to open humanitarian corridors to evacuate civilians from besieged cities on Monday because of intelligence reports warning of possible Russian provocations along the routes, the Deputy Prime Minister Irina Vereshchuk said. The Ukrainian military claimed in its latest operational report that Russia had withdrawn troops that were surrounding Kyiv after significant losses. During the Oscars 2022 award ceremony, Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head, which did not appear to go over well with her husband Will Smith, CNN reported. While presenting the award for the best documentary, Rock joked, "Jada, I love you, J.I. Jane too, can't wait to see it." The camera cut to Pinkett Smith, who rolled her eyes as she sat next to Smith. "That was a nice one," Rock said, appearing to respond to the joke not going over well. Pinkett Smith has been open about her struggle with alopecia, an autonomous disorder that leads to hair loss. For viewers at home, censors muted the verbal part of the exchange between Rock and Smith. Meanwhile, Coda has won the 2022 Oscar for the Best Picture, ABC News reported. The film, which is on Apple TV Plus, is the first streaming movie to win the award. "Thank you to the Academy for letting our Coda make history tonight," producer Philip Rusle said.